For the context of element 2, I have included a heart map to help express my emotions while doing PG-BM85. As you can see, each part of the heart represents the emotions I went through conducting research. As a researcher, I have identified that my research is more qualitative than quantitative, which has always been the case. I prefer seeking out the emotions and reasonings behind my research than imposing it statistically. The first piece of my heart map is called the Stress Desert. So I did get very stressed while I was conducting research on my PG-BM85. Due to that, firstly I had to choose an organisation to conduct my research on. I found it hard to complete this due to the ethical issues at the university and the companies based around the topic. I was focused on my report on. The report was based on the enablers and the inhibitors which impact upon human career progression, which could be seen as a controversial topic. As you can see in the part of the heart, there are broken rocks within the desert. This is to symbolize all the different times that I was stressed out. The rock of examination shows that I had the stresses at the time of PG-BM85, personal and academic. Another point of the desert is the lake at the edge. This shows that even though I was stressed, my emotions did not reflect as a negative aspect all the time. The lake represents my routines that I like to do after my work, such as watching YouTube or listening to my music. The music behind this part of the heart is a piece of music that I listened to a lot when I was carrying out research. The main part of any music for me is the drums and the beat, and as you can hear, this has both. By completing my Myers-Briggs personality questionnaire, I found out that mine was ISFJ. Even though I do agree with this, when it comes to music, the testimony stated that my personality type prefers to listen to religious music. As you can hear, my music tastes are quite the opposite. The beat of the song helped me to conduct my research more effectively and also brought down my stress levels. Another way that helped my stress levels was binge eating. Unbelievable how much chocolate was my best friend throughout doing research. My only relief apart from my music and chocolate was to use my hands as a chew toy. Because even though this report was the main part of the master's course, and I knew it had to be done, my stress levels did not support the fact that I needed to be done. That's where the next piece of the heart fits in nicely. Even though I was stressed out of my head, determination was also on my side. X marks the spot. I've made it this far, I am not going to give up now. My research identity symbolizes the type of person I am. Participant 1 stated that I am a very strong individual with the passion to learning. This is true in the sense that I was determined to better myself throughout my career. Another participant highlighted a similar attribute. Becky has come a long way with her studies and from failing her GCSEs to now doing her Masters. However, I needed to delve deeper into the type of researcher I was. I recognized that I was an interpreter. This type of research is ideal for me as I am a team worker and I like to read everybody's story before putting my own ideas to it. Sometimes I look at the way I do research and think I am judging them. I am in a kind of way because I'm seeing how I look at their experiences, but it helps me to understand the individual more. Therefore, I am mentally including myself in their experiences as it is important to me as a researcher that I get the whole story before putting my ideas forward. This then leads to the forest of despair. After I am determined to conduct my research the best that I can, I fall back into despair. The leafless trees represent my emotions after I think about my research in a positive manner. When finding out that my emotional intelligence score, I found it to be quite high. I got 118. Now, this might not be high to some but because of the kind of person I am, I did. The type of research I did for PGBM85 was based on an interpreter's approach. Even though I'm not a big fan of research, this felt comfortable for me. To back this one up, one of the testimonies outlined that my research skills are enhanced and become enriched in creativity, research proficiency, and professional flair. Due to this being a solo project, I had to find a way to ensure that I research and find the correct information for my topic. However, the forest of despair was always there lurking in the background, waiting for me to have a fall. It turns out that the forest wasn't always dark and gloomy though, because I managed to untangle my way out of the branches and onto the road of the desire railway in the ambitious part of my heart. When venturing into the ambitious part, all these senses of emotions and feelings overcame me. First off, when I took a dip in the Dream Lake, I realized that by doing PGBM 85, it was one step closer to completing and graduating with the Masters in HRM, something that I never dreamed of having. Second, the feel of the water was like the feel when I found that 9% of women in senior management are in CEO positions. The water feels warm and calm, with the light breeze blowing. That light breeze represents the fact that there are still issues with women progressing to managers. The utmost sense of relief was when I found research stating that all women are not disadvantaged because of their gender. When looking at my ambitious side, I compared my Myers-Briggs type indicator, mine is ISFJ. Due to being an introvert, I prefer communication in writing. I conducted 8 interviews and also received consent with a signature. This is because I am shy and anxious around people that I don't know. This is because I am always uncertain of the outcome in any situation. If someone was not happy about my questions, I would rather receive an angry email than face-to-face, as I do not like or deal with confrontation. This is also why I felt safe and secure, because my subject was ethically consented. The sensing part allows me to work with known facts such as research from the government website or suitable journals. The feeling part is when I prefer to base judgments on personal values. This is why 85 is a qualitative interpreter's piece of work, because I prefer to work with feelings. This is supported by participants for testimony. Rebecca has always had a friendly and team-oriented nature, which has always been a huge advantage to any team she's been a part of in terms of input, dependability, and easy going to work with. The judging part outlined that they prefer to plan, decide, and stick to decisions based on work. When it comes to my academic work, my work ethic is focused on achieving the best that I can. When it came to 85, I was panicking at first, thinking, how am I going to do this? But when I got an idea, I had it to prove. I knew exactly what I was doing and where I was going with the idea. When it came to researching the topic, I knew exactly where I was going with it, what avenue I had to take to make my research into reality. One of the testimonies illustrated that I can be shy when she is unsure and uncertain, but when she is certain of something, her confidence is clear and she has the ability to hold the room. Then this leads to the frustrated mountain and the sad crying parts of my heart. I know what I have to do and how my research identity is going to help me get to the finish. However, these parts are always my one last hurdle before I go across the finish line. Due to this, these parts both have the same piece of music. Due to my high-ish emotional intelligence score, I have to ensure that my research is up to a high standard. When this doesn't happen, then that's where the frustration and the sadness creeps in. When taking the colour code personality test, I came out as a white. One feature of a person with the white personality is that they are typically quiet by nature, process things very deeply and objectively with great clarity. When I came to 85, I knew that the process wasn't going to be easy, but I did not expect it to be that difficult to collect data. However, because of the type of person I am, I did think I could do my research elsewhere, but the university was my easiest option. The final part of the map shows that the one attribute that helped me a lot through this report is by listening to my music. It is said that more extrovert people listen to music while they are studying or driving. I do not agree with that, as I am an introvert inside and out, and I listen to music to help me relax. As stated in my introduction of my storyboard, introverts are found to perform less efficiently with background noise than extroverts. I do not agree with this due to the emotions and feelings I get when listening to music. So that's my whole map and what emotions I felt while doing the management research report in BM85. I hope that is giving a highlight on how emotionally drained I was after this report, but that doesn't mean that I did not benefit in the academically and practical sense. The report made me realize that I know that for me to become an effective HR professional, it is important for me as a researcher to explore every research method instead of relying on one type of research. This quote seems to fit in nicely with the whole meaning behind my whole map. At the heart of effective research writing is the process of selection of what to include and what to omit, a process that ultimately reflects what it is all of us believe to be we've seen about a topic. Thank you for listening.